it says calculate negative 3.2 squared. There's an exponent. Take away 2 bracket. What does 2 and then a bracket mean? What operation? Multiplication, but you're multiplying 2 by negative 6.5 cubed. So what do we have to do first here? So as a quick recap, if you have a power with a negative base and an even exponent, the result will be positive, right? Remember this? If you have a power, again, with a negative base and the exponent is an odd number, the result will be negative. So I know that when I simplify this power, it's going to be positive, and when I simplify this power, it's going to be negative. So, okay, and I know whatever that is, I'm going to subtract it by 2 times whatever the answer is. So let's simplify our powers first. Negative 3.2 times negative 3.2. Okay, so for the first part, we get 10.24, and then I'm just rewriting this. Take away 2. What are we going to multiply that by? What is 6.5 to the power of 3? Okay, so 274.625. Yes. The next thing we have to do is we're going to leave this 10.24, but then we have take away 2 times this number. So it's take away, right? What's 2 times negative 274.625? So because I'm just doing this right now, I'm ignoring this negative here. I'm ignoring that. And I'm just doing 2 times a negative, which would give me a negative. But when we're subtracting a negative, we end up getting positive. So if you skipped this step and you just went straight to here, 10.24 plus 549.25, either of these are correct. Just add. Good. Final step, we just add these together, and what do we get? 10.24 plus 549.25 is equal to, good, 559.49, and that is the final answer. Okay? If the power has a negative base, this rule only applies if the power has a negative base. If the exponent is an even number, your answer will be positive. You guys know this, okay? Another example, again, this only works if the power has a negative base. If the base is negative, if the exponent is an odd number, the answer is going to be a negative when you simplify it. This question says negative 2 2/3 plus negative 1 3/4 take away 5/6, all of that to the power of 2. So you've already answered this. The first thing we need to do is simplify what's in the brackets. So personally, I like to turn everything into an improper fraction first. So I'll do it all in one step. What would negative 2 2/3 be as an improper fraction? Yes. 2 2/3 would be 8/3, and we know it has to be negative. Good. Excellent. Plus, what would negative 1 3/4 be as an improper fraction? Yes? 7/4, and it's a negative. Excellent. And then that take away 5/6. So yes, the operation here is take away. We're subtracting. That's how we simplify in the bracket, and then whatever we get, we're going to do all of that to the power of 2. So we know the lowest common denominator is 12. 4 times 3 is 12, and 6 times 2 is 12. So if we rewrite this with a common denominator.
What about negative 8/3?
Yeah, we'll get to that after.
I'm assuming it will change.
So we have negative 21/12 minus 10/12, and all of that to the power of 2. So we still have not simplified what's in the bracket. What is negative 21 take away 10? Okay, so we have negative 8/3 plus, when we simplify this, we get negative 31/12, and all of that to the power of 2. So now that you know that, we have to recognize that it's negative 31 to the power of 2 and 12 to the power of 2, right? Because it's negative 31/12 times negative 31/12. Because the base is negative, what will your answer be?
Positive.
Positive. So we know that it's going to be negative 31 over 12 times negative 31 over 12. Or if you want to punch it in on your calculator, you can punch in 31 to the power of 2 to get your answer, and then 12 to the power of 2 to get your answer. Right? Good. So we have negative 8 over 3 plus negative 31 times negative 31 is positive 961, and then 12 times 12 is 144. If I multiply this by 48 and this by 48, I get a denominator of 144. That's one way you could do this. So we get negative, not negative 8. What's 48 times 8? Negative 384 over 144 plus 961 over 144. So now we're just going to simplify that. What is it? Okay, so you get 577 over 144. What is that in lowest terms as a mixed number? 4 and 1 over 144 is your final answer. Okay, so just as a quick little review, what does this mean in expanded form? What's 5 squared?
5 times 5.
5 times 5. What's 10 squared?
10 times 10.
Good. What's 6 to the power of 3? What is 2 over 3 squared? 2 over 3 times 2 over 3. So it's not just 2 to the power of 2. The answer to this would not be 4 over 3, right? It's everything in the bracket to the power of 2 because your base is being multiplied twice. So what would it actually be? What's this? Simplify. No one cares! 4 over 9. Okay.